Hey, what's going on, guys? How you doing today? So, if you don't know the channel here, I do a lot of e-commerce training, free e-commerce training, especially with a Shopify platform. And what I do is I teach people how to do drop shipping. If you want to make money online, it's probably a good idea to subscribe to this channel anyways, because I've been doing this for almost 6 years now. I put out a lot of great content, and I think I can really help you out. But one of the main requests I get, I guess, is when people get their Shopify store set up, they get everything ready to go. They always say, hey, Brian, can you take a look at my store and tell me what you think? Or I'm not getting any sales yet. Can you tell me what you think? And they kind of want me to do a store audit. I get it. It's always nice to have a second pair of eyes on there. However, there's probably 100 to 300 people a day that go through my free training. So I just simply don't have the time to look at everybody's store. So I feel kind of bad doing it for anybody if I can't do it for everybody. So what we're going to do today is we're going to do an audit of a store and kind of give you some of the key points and some of the main mistakes that people make. Now, I recently found out that Big Baller brand, which you may be familiar with, they're kind of in the news a lot, LaVar and LaMelo and whatever else, whoever those guys are. The one kid plays for the Lakers. Anyways, I recently found out that their store is on a Shopify platform. So let's go ahead and let's take a look at their store, and we'll kind of do an audit of it and see where they made some mistakes and where they could improve. And hopefully this will help you out. Either way, let's have a great time here. So the first thing I'm seeing as Big Baller brand is we're going to do this on mobile, because if you're not considering mobile first, I mean, you may as well pack your store up with JCPenney or Sears and forget about it. Everything's going mobile. If your store doesn't look good on mobile, you may as well shut it down. But let's go ahead and click on the site and see what we think. First thing, oh, jeez. Okay, I see a big red flag. Now, first of all, if you don't know, they're charging like what, $400 to $700 for their shoes. So at least their site design should be on point. I click on this site, and the first thing I see up here in the top left corner is their navigation button covers their logo. I mean, oh, LaVar. Oh, for the love of LaMelo. Listen, this is not cool. Your logo is it's your most important thing. It's your branding. I mean, that's what you're selling. No shoe is worth $700, but the brand could be. But you're covering your logo, not good. So I would probably recommend maybe taking a look at your store on mobile and making sure your navigation doesn't cover your logo when people arrive. Okay, so let's scroll down. Let's get past that and see what else we see. Okay, so here's another red flag. I understand what they're trying to do here. They're trying to get their navigation, because you want to have great navigation. You want to make it easy for your customers to navigate around your store. So right here on front, do you want to go to shirts? Do you want to go to sweatshirts? Do you want to go to women? Do you want to go to kids? Yeah, I see what you're doing here, but you're covering up your product, or you're trying to sell your product, and you got this overlay that says shirt. You know what I mean? Like, probably not the sexiest image I've ever seen. Nothing makes me want to click that, I mean, why don't you show me a picture of your shirt, your best-selling shirt? Oh my goodness. So yeah, I would not do that overlay over your products that you're trying to sell, especially if you're in the apparel industry. Down here, new arrivals. I like that. You want to show people what's new, especially if they come to your site often. You want to keep what's new in front of them. So that's great. Follow Big Baller on Instagram. Great. Always important to have your links going where you want them to go, because if you don't have a clickable link, people will not follow it. So I'm glad to see they have a clickable link down there. Down here in this bottom section here, everything's looking fairly normal. You got your main menu, your search. Let's look at the About Us page, because that's always important, because especially if people don't know who your brand is. Like if you're going to buy something from Gap or Amazon or Walmart or whatever, you know the brand. You don't need to learn about the About Us. But if you're starting an e-commerce store that maybe people aren't familiar with, your About Us page should be on point, because they might want to know a little bit about you before they spend their money with you. Okay, here we go. Big Baller brand is a lifestyle apparel company founded on core family values. Okay, I don't mind this, except, I'm not going to go ahead and read through this whole thing, but can you see how it's like centered? Like, I don't really always like centered text, especially if it's going to be a long About Us page. This should be shifted to the left-hand side, so because you read from left to right. So to have it centered, it's just really, it looks funky. It's hard to read. In the way there's no spacing in between the paragraphs. I mean, maybe they did this intentionally. The letters that stick out to me is California Pedigree Brand Loyalty. Maybe that's some like subliminal trick that they're trying to use. I say subliminal trick they're trying to use. But either way, it's just poorly executed. You know, short paragraphs, aligned to the left, and you know, definitely some spacing in between your paragraphs to make it flow. Because remember, on the internet, people don't necessarily read; they kind of skim and scan, so that's just kind of messy. So don't really love that. Let's see here. If we click on, you know, you got the hero image or the featured image up here. Let's look at the ZO2 Prime Remix and see what that product page looks like. So once again, we're still seeing the same top left issue with the navigation. You just want to make sure your site layout is on point. You know, they got the first image there, which is fine. I don't see any major problems with that. You can scroll through the images. I don't understand why you would put the same image back to back. That doesn't make any sense. That's annoying. I know it seems like a small thing, but remember, you're trying to succeed in business. So I would not have two of the same images right next to each other. That's a big red flag in my opinion. Oh my God. Okay, that's nothing compared to this. See, look at this. I mean, your images should all be the same size. In uniform. I mean, this is hideous. I mean, it's just it looks so cheesy and oh no, it's even worse. Oh God. Oh, please stop it. I scroll in, I can't even see what's going on there, you know. And then, you know, product images are so key. This looks like a pair of dirty old tennis shoes sitting in my garage. I mean, who looked at this and like, man, dude, this is gonna sell some $300 shoes there. Pay super close attention to your images. Just not really impressed with that at all. Maybe the product description will be better. ZO2 Prime Remix by Lonzo Ball, you know, $4.95. Got all your size choices there. I guess that's good. I don't know why they don't do 12.5, 13.5, 14.5. I guess once you get that big, you don't need half sizes. I don't know. You know, you want to cover your bases. You know, you make sure you have something for everybody there. Here you go. See this description. Holy, God. You know, first of all, here you have this centered writing again. I mean, it's hard to read. I don't even understand what they're doing here. Your product description should be like one paragraph and then bullet points. You know, take a look at like Amazon and Gap and any other major brand that's ever tried to sell anything online and maybe done a little bit of research and testing. This product description is a mess. It wouldn't read this. It doesn't look good. Once again, one paragraph, left a line, and then, you know, bullet points after that. Oh my God, I don't even know. Oh God, it just keeps getting worse. Okay, down here at the bottom, to confirm your order, please contact us at bigballerbrand@gmail.com. I mean, yeah, what? Just make a support at bigballerbrand.com. You should have your support email address be at your domain. I mean, if you're at gmail.com, yeah, sure. Yeah. Okay. You got a Gmail address? Okay. Let me come to your garage and give you $600 for a pair of shoes, right? I mean, it's just not going to happen. Let's look at shirts. See, this is a big no-no down here. You know, I'm looking through their shirts and you know, I see these look good because they lined up, they're the same size. Now you go down here and this one on the right looks big and the one on the left looks small. What is this, a kid's t-shirt? I mean, you know, you see the same thing over here, and I mean, this one in the white Big Baller brand on the left is higher than the blue one on the right, and this, it just looks ugly. It should be just like this. Even this is not the same size. It's just a mess, okay? Just an absolute mess. You know, why is this shirt on a model and the rest of them are laid out flat? Why, you know, I don't know. Jeez. Holy smokes. You just want some sort of consistency here. All these images are the same. It just doesn't give me any sort of idea that dual blend, that's what 52, Jesus Christ. I give up. Okay, just Product descriptions, bullet points, left align, images all consistent, looking good. And for God's sakes, don't cover your logo. Mobile first. I hope you learned something. I can't even do this. This is crazy. I'm out. We'll see you soon. Subscribe to the channel if you want to learn how to make money online. I know what I'm doing. They don't. Cheers.